Hi, Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Lena. Lena. Hello, hello. Hey, Ronaldo. Ernesto. Hello, hello. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Lee. Welcome, everyone. I am back. I just popped in for today. I will be live again tomorrow morning also at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Tuesday seems to be my normal time, and then I just pop in here and there when I happen to have some free time. I was kind of excited. I worked all weekend, so y'all know how it is. I worked all weekend, so I had blocked my calendar for today, but I still ended up doing some appointments and a bunch of other stuff related to work. It's not like when you block your calendar, you're really off. Or as a psychic medium, you're typically not if you have a pretty healthy business. Hi, Sissy. Hello, hello. So glad to see everyone on here. Oh, thank you, Sissy. I think she was the first one this round to share my live. I so appreciate. Oh, thank y'all. I think this is a Maurice's. I'm a big Maurice's fan because if you keep an eye on there's clearance, you can get some good deals. Hi, Arkansas. Hello, hello. I just had a reading with someone there. Well, I think they were in a really small town right outside of Little Rock. I can't remember the name of the town, but they said it was outside of Little Rock. So glad to see everyone. All right, so y'all know the drill. We're going to do some readings today. Y'all know me. You see me, I'm going to be reading. All right, so we are going to start with Spirit Led. Hi, Briar. Oh my goodness, that's my grandbaby's name, my baby grandbaby, and she spells it just like that. Her name is Briar Rose. Hello, Charlene. All right, we're going to start with Spirit Led. So I'm going to describe a spirit. Listen up, and if the description fits your person, put a yes in the comments, and then we'll roll into the message from the spirit. It's called evidential mediumship, so I give the evidence, and then y'all claim them, and then I give the message. Are y'all ready to do this? I want to thank everyone who has shared my live and has liked it already. I so appreciate you. I saw someone in here. Aw, thank you, Chelsea. So I'm so close. I've been trying for a long time to get to 40,000 followers, and some of it was because last year I had so many health concerns. I wasn't as active as I had been. So I'm so close. I'm like at 30, I think 39,700 or something like that. Megan, how have you not seen me? Oh my goodness, I've been going live a lot lately. I've been going very regularly Tuesday mornings at 10, but then I pop in and out throughout the week according to what my schedule looks like. And today I was like, this is sad, people. Okay, y'all ready for how sad it is? I almost wasn't going to go live because everything I did today did not require me to be on a camera. So I didn't have any makeup on, my hair wasn't done, I wasn't really dressed, I was in my workout clothes from this morning, and I was like, oh, you know what, I need to get some social media stuff done. So I did my makeup and hair and got dressed just for y'all. You have full special now? All right, let's see who we have stepping up first here. Okay, so it's a young man, and so when y'all see me, instantly, you two, you're working from home today. Sandy's the same. Sandy doesn't have any hair, her hair's not done, her makeup's not done, and she's probably still in her workout clothes. There you go. All right. When y'all see me kind of look and I do this, one of my tells is a medium. Y'all should have been yesterday. I had a free Zoom meeting and I was breaking down readings so y'all can see how I get my information. And so one of my tells is when I do this, I'm seeing spirit, I'm hearing spirit, but I'm like, what the heck are you showing me? Okay, so it's a young man who is stepping up. And he's showing me a cartoon that I'm not really familiar with. It's Calvin and Hobbes. Mm-hmm. So that's like long, anyway. Mm-hmm. So he's showing me this, this young man is stepping up. He is showing me the cartoon strip Calvin and Hobbes. He's letting me know that he was in his, I want to say in his early 20s, but if you're like, oh no, I know that fits, as I get more description, that fits my person perfectly, and he was 28, I would take it. Happy, I just got on, Danny. You're not too late. Happy Monday. Okay, so this young man is also showing me, he had beautiful hair. It was dark, and just beautiful hair, and just such a beautiful human. He's showing me he would stand like this a lot. I'm going to stand up. So he has jeans on. I don't. But if I did have jeans on, I would have my hand in my pocket. And he is showing me standing like that a lot. And just his smile was brilliant. And he is showing me, though he would typically have one hand in his pocket when he was talking, he liked to talk with his other hand. He's doing this. And he's all, that would be body language that you would know from him. He's letting me know that he had an idyllic childhood, but he still got off course, is what he's telling me. He had a good childhood, but he got off course. All right. So when I asked him, I said, can you tell me what is this Calvin and Hobbes, why are you showing me that cartoon? He said, yeah. Oh, so is this kid's mama on here? Because it sounded like he said my mama got it. Like my mama knew what I was talking about. Is this someone's son on here? Maybe for you, Sandy. So what is this? Okay, Miss Sandy, I'm going to ask you to go live. Here we go. Let's see if you can go. Sometimes people can't go live because they're watching me from work. Working people watching me from work. I do appreciate it. All right, Miss Sandy, how are you?
I'm good. Hope you are.
I am doing really well. So what is this Calvin and Hobbes?
I may have spoke too soon because I'm not sure about the Calvin and Hobbes, but everything else was relatable. Sorry.
No. Don't even be sorry. I just, whenever you're saying that, I'm feeling into the spirit. I'm like, okay, what do we have going on here? Okay, you are right. This spirit is not yours, but don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I'm going to put this one on hold. So everyone watching, hold tight. If you think the spirit may be yours, I'm going to come back to him. And he is being so sweet when I'm putting him on hold. And he's kind of stepping to the side and he is letting another young man step up. Okay, so you have a son in spirit?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And he was in late teens, early 20s when he passed?
Yes, ma'am.
Almost legal is what I'm hearing. So was he just 21 or not quite 21?
He was 16, but he was almost driving. So.
Okay. Yep. Would he sometimes drive like illegally, like he wasn't supposed to?
Well, I think his dad would let him on country roads, but I didn't.
Very good. No. The reason I asked that because he said almost legal. And so I took it to mean that he was almost 21. But when you said, oh, he was about to start driving, I was like, oh, he was almost legally driving. That means he was illegally driving at some point.
Right.
And so that's why, he loved the freedom of that. He loved that freedom of being able to drive. He was like chomping at the bit to start driving.
Yes.
He is showing me that this kid had a ton of friends. I just don't see, I'm sure he had enemies. Everyone has enemies. But just everyone loved him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this beautiful smile. But behind the smile, and I'm not sure if you knew this, there was some like just innate sadness to him.
Absolutely.
Did you know that?
Absolutely.
Okay. He's also telling me he was a mama's boy.
He was, yes.
He is owning that 1,000%. You know, he loved his mama. And when I know everyone's lying here probably saying, of course he loved his mama. No, you don't understand. This kid, like he couldn't even stand to be out of your presence for very long, which he would never have admitted to his friends.
Right.
But he was, oh, what are you doing, mama? Where are you going? What are you doing? Mama. Even at 15, he showed me doing that.
Yes, much more so when he was younger, but yes. He proposed to me when he was really young.
I love that. He says, I meant it too. Okay, when you said that, I'm not sure if it's just a representation or if he actually did that, because he is showing me taking like a dandelion, taking a flower and making a ring out of it. Did he actually do that, or is that just a representation of proposing to you as a little kid?
Probably just representation, but he truly did.
Oh, I believe it, because he's showing me this little ring made of a dandelion. Oh my goodness, what a sweetheart. Um, instantly, I wasn't going to say what he just said to me, and he pushed me forward. I don't know if this is one of my also tells as a medium. He kind of pushed me to the screen, like, "Oh, okay," because I wasn't going to say what he said, because I don't think you need to hear it. But anyway, what a spirit knows better. He wants to apologize because he is saying that he had, towards the end of his life, some angry outbursts directed at you,
Absolutely. Yes.
and they were not about you.
Right.
You were just. He knew that no matter what, you were going to love him, and he just didn't know what to do with all those raging emotions.
Makes sense.
He's also showing me you have a dog.
Yes.
That's alive, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Because he's showing me a dog who is here on planet. He messes with that dog. Do you ever see that?
Yes, 100%.
You're like, I knew it. I just looked up. It's not anymore. I just looked up. One of you said that, and the attendees on my live was 111. That's an angel number. And he is telling me that you see that number. I don't know if you've recognized that you see that number, but 111, just know when you see that number is going to be from him. Have you noticed seeing it?
I don't see that number, but I do see another number constantly, daily.
He is showing me the two number he just popped into my head is 111 and 222. Okay. So that, thank you for the heart, whoever sent that. So just know that those are going to be directly from him. He's also showing me that he has been making, oh, I'm sorry. I just got distracted because someone on here said her son, Calvin. I'm wondering if that's who it was that I should put to the side. He's also telling me that he's the one who's been making your phone glitch. Have you noticed that you'll like touch your phone and it does weird things?
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
So now why he has said that, I don't allow my spirits to stop him and say, hey, tell them I'm around. That's too general. Of course your spirits are around you. I make him prove it. And your son did a really good job. So I want to appreciate him.
I have a lot of electronics that go wacky constantly. Cash registers in stores, gas pumps, my phone, my car. Constantly. And I've never known if it was me or if it was him or what was going on.
I'm sorry. What does he say? He's like, oh, I'm going to disagree with him because some of it is you. When you're high vibrational, my husband complains all the time because electronics, I can blow out any kind of electronics. He is taking responsibility for a lot of that. The car, not in stores. He's not taking responsibility for that. He's also taking responsibility for the lights flickering. Have you noticed lights flickering in your house?
Daily. Yes.
Yeah. He's also
especially the Christmas tree.
Yeah, he's taking responsibility for that.
Aww.
Thank you, Sandy. It was a pleasure to read your son. Thank you.
And I'm so sorry to step over someone.
No, this young man is still here. So it all works out perfectly. Like when I saw your name and pulled you up, I never do that. And as you were coming on my screen, I said to myself, Christy, why did you do that? You don't ever invite people to go live so quickly without a definite confirmation. It's all spirit led, and I trust them.
Well, bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
It's Rosie who believes it's for her.
Okay, Miss Rosie, let's head back to...
She doesn't have enough.
How many does she have?
100.
Yeah, even with the new rules, that's not enough.
But she's got to be still here.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Rosie. So you think that maybe this first spirit I had brought up, we switched and put him on hold. And then I was reading this lady's son, which I so appreciate her. Thank y'all for liking my live. Thank you. I see Chelsea liked it. And I think Danny was. Teresa, thank y'all for liking my live. Also, if y'all can, please share it. It just helps me in the algorithm so much. A side note, and then Rosie, I'm gonna get to you. I started to, speaking of algorithms, this is the Christy that y'all don't always get to see. So someone commented on one of them, and I will, if this lady comes back and comments again, I will actually duet it and say something about it. But she stepped up and she put a comment on one of my videos and said, no psychic, I don't know, pray to God or something. And I put, oh honey, I pray to God all the time. But what I was really thinking, I was like, oh, does she not know that the more she comments and the more she comes after psychic mediums, she's telling the algorithm, hey, I'm interacting with psychic mediums. I like them. So I thought it was so funny. I was like, oh, somebody should tell her that the more she comes after us psychic mediums, the more she's going to get on her page because she's interacting with us. Okay. So now, Miss Rosie, your son, you said that you thought this was your son, which would make sense because he was showing me this Calvin and Hobbes. It's called Karma. That's right, Danny. Cartoon. And when I was trying to get more information about it, he's like, oh, my mama knows. And so it must be because you're referencing the name Calvin. Also, he was showing me he passed in his early 20s and that he had dark hair. And he was the one who was showing me standing there with his right hand in his pocket when he was talking. But let me tell you, he was like a girl when it came to talking because he would talk with his hands. And he's offended that I just said he talked like a girl. But I don't mean you actually had a high voice and stuff, dude. I mean that you were, talking with your hands. All right, Miss Rosie, does that sound like your son? He's also taking responsibility for his own passing, which means that he somehow played a part in it. Yes. Your son, for as sweet as he is, Rosie, he's also being a little bit snarky, not mean. He's not being mean because he said, I told you my mama knew. Like when I was like, what is this Calvin and Hobbes? It's very hard to get that cartoon in my head. He's like, I told you my mama knew. All right. Rosie, do you light candles? You or someone in your family lights candles for him. And so that's an acknowledgement. He is around his family. He is around you and his family, and he still sees what's going on. Thank you for the confirmation. He also is telling me that he made it to the other side just fine. So I'm not sure if someone was telling you that he didn't make it to the other side. Everyone makes it for one thing, but he's in where all my spirits come from. I have channeled spirits before who led less than stellar lives on this planet. And though they are in heaven, they come on a different energetic, like they come from a different area. And it was really weird. I'll tell y'all about what happened the other day and the difference, but let's stick with Rosie's son because she waited so long for me to get to him because I put him to the side and read someone else. Rosie, what he is also saying is, oh gosh, okay. I'm not sure if you found him or if it was when you were told, but the wail that he just had in my head, and when I say wail, I mean the scream I just heard in my head is one you only hear from a mom who has lost a child. So I'm not sure if he's referencing that for when you found him or when you were told, but it's an acknowledgement of, I was like, why is he talking about that? Your son is, because this has come to me several times lately. I was like, you know what? I should make a TikTok and put it out on social media that if you are thinking of taking your own life or someone else's, you need to listen to a mother's wail when they have lost their child. And he's saying, you should do it, but I'm just not sure that I'm up for that. He's also telling me, Rosie, that you did something to honor him at Christmas, and he was just so blessed with it. Did you put some like ornaments that he had made on the tree? I'm seeing that there's some like kitty ornaments. Did you put some of the ornaments that he made when he was a kid out, or if there was some ornaments on the tree that were his? Absolute gorgeous neck. What's he talking about? Is it on my neck?
Rosie said I have them.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever had anyone talk about my neck. That's weird. So when spirits talk about things like this kid is talking about his mom, it's something I wouldn't know. I would have no, so weird too. I guess people have some weird fetishes out there. So when spirits talk about things I wouldn't know, I have no idea that you had his ornaments put out when he was a kid. So it's an acknowledgement that he is around you and he sees what's going on. And your son's done a very good job of proving that. For everyone who has not seen me read before, I don't let spirits say, hey, tell them I'm around is too general. They have to prove it. And your son has done an excellent job of proving it, Rosie. He also wants you to know, was there any question? The way he said it, he's like, Mama, Jesus is real. I think we all knew that Jesus was real. Maybe not in this sense. I think everyone has their own little connotation of what Jesus is like, but it was very sweet the way it was like, the way he said it was like, Mama, Jesus is real, like a star status, like, rock star status. He is so silly. He was a very silly guy. You can just tell. I say a lot. It's not about who or the information Spirit gives me. It's how they give it to me. So that said so much about his personality, that he was just kind of silly. He liked to tease you. And he is also telling me, Rosie, have you been thinking about getting a different job? He's making me feel that there's a switch in your job. Like, he's just making me want to switch jobs. Yes, that is really something you should do. The environment that you're in is just, I wouldn't say toxic, but it's really not very kind. And you can do better. You don't need that in your life right now. Education to insurance. Yes. That's only your first step. Because I know he's showing me also the tests that you have to take, like, what is it, with Series 6 or 66, something like that, where you can you can then start developing it and selling mutual funds and things like that. And he's showing me you continuing on. Also, Rosie, I think that you would have, yes, I was about to tell you something from me and I was going to stop because I was like, oh no, that's coming from me, not from her son. And then your son pushed me like, no, tell her that's true. He was feeling that. So I was actually getting it from him. You will have a special way of talking to people because, I was just talking to someone the other day who had lost their brother, but the brother was married and had kids and didn't have any life insurance. And I know people don't, sometimes whenever they get sick of people, oh, you just want to take my money. You just want to take my money for life insurance. Let me tell you, I hope that you never have to use the life insurance you pay for, but please protect your family. If you are a breadwinner, even if you stay home with your kids, to replace what you do would be astronomical. So everyone that is in a family should have life insurance. All right. Thank you, son. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie, for letting me read your son. He is just beautiful. Oh, my goodness. There you go. You have a great platform to be about selling it because you have seen up close and personal. You just don't know when your loved ones are going to leave and be taken off this planet. And we just don't know. All right. Am I continuing Spirit-led? All right. We are doing some more Spirit-led. All right, there is, I know what I was going to do. I was going to answer someone's question on here. They said, who is scaring my kids? There is a spirit. The second I saw that, it like came through my claircognizance. There is a spirit in your house that doesn't belong. We all have spirits in our house. And y'all can imagine, I have plenty in my house that don't belong to me, and I don't care. They can stay as much as they want until they start annoying me or annoying my grandbabies or any of that. Then they got to go. And every person watching this, every person is a powerful spirit in their own right. You have the power. You have the ability to tell spirits, you are not welcome here. You have to go. A lot of people like to sage. The power of clearing your house does not come from sage. It comes from the intention that you're setting by using the sage. So you don't have to get sage. You can walk through your house and just envision. You don't have to walk through. You can sit in one room and just envision going through your house and just pouring the white light of God all through it. If you specifically know that you are encountering a spirit, you just say you're not welcome here. You have to go. But when you're pouring this white light through your house and clearing it, don't forget to go to your property line, right? push it out to your property line. Don't stop at just your house, push it out to your property line. If you live in an apartment, then just do your apartment. But the power to clear comes from you, and everyone on here is a powerful spirit in their own right. I have a class starting the beginning of February, which we talk about this kind of stuff. It's called Intro to Mediumship. Along with mediumship, we talk about how you get information from spirit, how you can get information for yourself, how you protect yourself, how you protect your environment. So we do cover that in Intro to Mediumship. And you can register on Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. All right, let's see who's going to step up next. Someone says, happy to see you. Any updates on your health? Oh, you're so sweet to ask. For those of you watching who don't know, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer breast cancer. It metastasized to my liver and my spine last February. So last year I did work, but not like I am. I took a lot of time to heal. I went to a foreign country. I went to Kazakhstan for oncolytic virus therapy. Since I came back from Kazakhstan, the cancer has not spread. It has even started shrinking some. I still do some Western medicine, and I do a ton of homeopathic things. So far, it looks great, and I have more scans in February. So anytime I do scans, I always report the results. So please, if you're interested in keeping up on that, follow me. I do. The scans are February 13th. I won't get the results for a couple of days. So, well, I should say I do get them on my portal, but I wait until I talk to my doctor to really, because, I'm trying to decipher all these medical terms. Yeah, my graduate work is in business and finance, and sometimes those medical terms, I'm like, I don't even know. It is great news, and you know what? I feel amazing. I also, and I'll get back to reading after I tell you all this, I didn't realize when I was having the oncolytic virus therapy, I was tired when I was in Kazakhstan, and when they said I came back, I would be tired. I didn't realize how tired I was until now. I'm starting to move out of that. Like, little things that you don't think about, like some of the closets in I was barely keeping up with life, and now I'm starting to get my energy back. I didn't realize how tired I was until now. I'm starting to not be so tired. I was like, oh my goodness, it feels so good to be able to just get up and go all day like I used to. So I really appreciate that. All right. This next lady stepping up, I am not surprised. I was just talking about my cancer, which is breast cancer. This lady is very much talking about that she passed from breast cancer. Okay, so I have a lady stepping up here. She has a grandmother energy. She's letting me know that she, I do apricot seeds. Yes. I actually put a video out the other day that I was filling up my pill boxes, and I put a video out showing everything I take. Because, I do soursop tea. That's on there also. All right. This grandmother is letting me know that she had breast cancer, and she also had a mastectomy. I'm not clear if it was a single or a double mastectomy, but she did have a mastectomy. She is showing me that after her initial treatment, she had gotten okay, and then it came back. And when it came back with a vengeance. And if she did fight the second time around, which I feel like she did, it wasn't like she did the first time. She was just like, it took so much out of her, and the treatments were so rough the first time around. She's just like, I don't even want to deal with it. She is showing me that she had a lot of honest conversations with those around her, talking about her passing and what she wanted done. Her funeral was already all planned out before, I'm sorry, what is she saying? I'm hearing like Doris or Dorothy. I'm hearing this D name, Dorothy, Doris, something like that. She had her funeral planned out before it was even. It could be Diane. It could be Diane. Okay, so let me recap. So we're going to think about all the information together. Y'all are coming up with all these D names. Okay. Think about all the information together. I am hearing a D name, but I'm feeling more of it's a D-O because I'm hearing Dorothy or Doris, which both have that D-O. So I'm leaning more towards a D-O name. She's letting me know she had breast cancer, had a mastectomy. It came back with a vengeance. She already had her funeral planned when she passed. And she's also letting me know that she was not afraid to pass. She was ready. She said, so it tells me she was religious because she says, I was ready to go meet my Lord and Savior. So only someone who was religious would use those words. All right. Does this lady sound familiar to anyone? Let's see. Are we here? Catherine, are you thinking it's your Dora? Because that would make sense. D-O. I'm hearing this
She was
D-O.
not long before you said that. I haven't seen anything new.
Okay. Catherine, is this your person? I think it's Catherine too. I do not know the last name. I thought I was doing pretty damn good the first. Okay, Miss Catherine. I'm going to ask you to go live. Okay, I'm going to put it out to the spirit world. I expect first, last name, middle initial. Bring it all to me. Okay, let's see if Miss Catherine can go live. See, hi, Catherine.
Hey.
This lady, because when I said Catherine, I wanted to shorten your name, and this lady stopped me. She loved your name.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. More confirmation. Because I couldn't. I was about to say Kathy, and she stopped me. I had to say the whole name, and it had just such a beautiful roll to it. So real quick, I just want to confirm to everyone watching, like whatever, instantly, this just good lady gave me more confirmation that we were with the right person because I knew when I said your name, she loved it. Was this your grandma?
No, it's actually my ex-mother-in-law, and I loved her and she loved me up until the day that she passed.
All right. So for those of you listening, that is exactly whenever you come to me for an appointment, a one-on-one appointment, I have a little spiel I say in the beginning, and it is let go of who you think might step up. Just because you were not energetically connected to someone on earth doesn't mean once they pass they're not connected. And this lady was even energetically connected to you. She was your mother-in-law, and she's also telling me that you have the patience of a saint when it comes to your husband, her son.
Oh Lord, yes, ma'am. Man, he was one that I had to for sure have patience for.
And she wants to say how much she appreciated you because there were many times that and it's just what you go through in relationships. So once you're thinking about it, but you
Right.
definitely could have divorced him and no one would have blinked an eye at you.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
But she said, look, you have them all trained up. You have them all trained up now, Catherine?
No, we don't talk anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I heard that he is doing well though.
When I tapped into it, it shows me a meme popped in, and it was one of those times where sometimes, and yes, I'm sure it could be women, but I'm sorry if there's any men watching me. I see it mostly with men. They don't understand you mean what you're saying until you're done, until you're given it as best.
Exactly. Yes.
And so that's what she is showing me, that he never really thought that you would leave him. Did he ever tell it to you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's what his mom is telling me, that he never thought, he just thought you were just going to be putting up with his nonsense. And then, unfortunately for him, one day your give-a-damn was busted.
Right. That's exactly true.
Mm-hmm. She's also telling me, Melissa is saying, we also don't know till we're done. That's right. Someone on here, Melissa, just put that on there. That is very true. Sometimes we just don't know we're done until we wake up one day and we're like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm done.
That's right.
So now, Catherine, she is telling me you work.
No, ma'am.
Have you been thinking about doing a side gig or turning a hobby into something to make money on?
I have.
Okay, very good. I knew I was feeling some work going on here.
Yes, ma'am.
She is telling me for you to do it, but to not take the joy out of it. So this must be a hobby that you're thinking about turning into a business.
I am.
And what is that hobby?
Making pens.
Making what?
Ink pens.
Ah, very good. And
Because I
she is,
collect them. I collect ink pens.
I love that. And she is saying yes to do it, but don't take the joy out of it. Because, you know, sometimes if we turn our hobbies into businesses and we just run hardcore with them, we would
Yes, ma'am.
lose their joy. And she's saying make sure you don't take the joy out of it. Now, did you have a son with her son?
No, but we didn't have any kids together. No, but it wasn't long after we had split up that I had my first child.
And was it a boy?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I knew she was referencing a boy. That boy is very high vibrational. He is very empathetic. And she's just talking about what a good job you do with him and to lighten up on yourself. Like you are so critical of your own parenting.
Yes, ma'am.
She's
That's good news.
You do a good job. She's like, you do a good job. And so when I asked her, like, why are you so critical? She told me it's because you don't really have a barometer to look towards and say, you know what, when I was growing up, I loved this, but I didn't like this. So you are just kind of starting from scratch with your parenting skills, if that makes sense.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It makes a lot of sense.
And so she is saying that you're doing a good job to lighten up on yourself. No one is perfect, and all parents make mistakes. And I can attest to that. I have grown children, and Lord have mercy, did I make some mistakes?
Thank you.
She's also wanting you to know that she is the one who sent the butterflies.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice the butterflies back in the summer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and so for everyone listening, when I say butterflies, they can't be butterflies that are down the street and around the corner. They have to be butterflies that are flying up to you or landing right outside. Like they're doing something different.
Yes, it was a bunch.
All right. Thank you, Miss Catherine. Thank you for letting me read your mother-in-law. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Where'd you get your wings?
My wings came from Wayfair.
And even if you ended up on bad terms, will the spirit still connect with you?
Yes. Okay. So it's a very good question. I appreciate whoever asked that. My moderator just said someone asked, if you were on bad terms when someone passed, will they still connect to you? Absolutely. It happens every single day, because whether you were being the one acting nonsense or the person that passed was acting nonsense, once they're in heaven, none of it matters. All that matters is the love vibration that was between y'all. Also, if when I say, let go of who might step up, you never know. It's because I have great grandparents that will step up, people that you never knew, or uncles. And yes, they have to say something that you know to identify them, but they will absolutely step up. Okay, Miss Talina. Aw, Talina, I had a whole free Zoom meeting yesterday.
I told her she missed it yesterday.
Yeah, my moderator said he already told you. So they come to me. So when I'm going to break down like mediumship for you real quick. When you come to my intro to mediumship class, we start with the basics. I do not have a magic wand to say, you're a medium. What I do have is the steps it takes to be there, and then it's up to you to take those steps and practice. And so when we start mediumship, you start by bringing up a spirit. That's the first step. Can you identify if it was a male or a female? That's the second step. Then you get some other kind of piece of information. Do you know how they died? Do you know? And we don't. I think one of the mistakes people try when they're doing mediumship is you let the spirit kind of lead the reading. If you start trying to really force it, you're going to create an energetic block. Surrender to spirit. Spirit knows what you need to hear. And a lot of times people will come to my readings. Every single time it happens, they're like, okay, I have some questions. And I'll ask, do you also want mediumship or do you just want psychic? And if they say they want mediumship also, I always start with their past relatives, because 99% of the time when I'm done reading their spirit, they don't have any questions because your spirits know. So the moral of that story is that's the reason I surrender to spirit and let them lead the reading. Now, when you're getting information from spirit, I do have you lean on your strongest clair. your clair is how you get claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience, like that. If you don't know what your strongest clair is, you can go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and under classes, all the way at the bottom is a clair test, and it will tell you what your strongest clair is. Because when you first start mediumship, you want to lean on your strongest one. Whatever your strong, is it clairsentience? You lean on that. Then as you start practicing, other clairs will come into play. Because I've been doing this so wrong. Thank you for being on my Zoom yesterday. Thank you. When I read, all my spirits use all my clairs at one time. Not all of them, but they will usually use 2 or 3 at one time. Sometimes they use them all. They don't use my clair, probably gustessence as much as my other ones. Probably not at all. Every once in a while I'll have clear smell, but not very often. But they will use my clairs together. Like the last one I did was he used all my clairs. What kind of psychic work do you do? I'm a psychic medium. So I do mediumship, psychic. I also I read the Akashic records. I do something called soul plans. Soul plans are kind of fun. They're based on the energetic vibration of your name. They're based on the system created by Blue Marsden. The training came out of the UK. What else do I do? Oh, I do a lot of mentorship. I have a huge mentorship program. So, yeah, my life coaching and stuff falls under my mentorship. And I do healing, a lot of healing. Okay, did someone mess with my necklace? Someone did mess with your necklace. It was a young male, actually. All right, let's see who we got going on here. This next person stepping up I'm hearing the name Loretta. Before she even got close to me, I heard the name Loretta. You look so much like Tyler Henry's mom. You know, I have heard that before. I should go look her up. I say, oh, I'm going to look her up, and I don't. I would take that boy. He's so sweet. I'd take being his mom. All right. I don't know him personally, but just for his vibration. Loretta is showing me that she was and so an L name, Loretta, is what I'm hearing, but let's go with an L name. That she was not going to check society's boxes. She marched to a beat of her own drum. When I asked her what she meant by that, she showed me that she got a divorce when divorces weren't the thing to do. You know, back in the day, people did not get divorces. Aw, thank you, Raphael. You just stuck it out. But she said she wasn't putting up with no nonsense. So she's letting me know that she got a divorce. She got several divorces, actually. I know. Good for her, right, Hope? Good for her. She never really had a career job, she is showing me. So she did always struggle with finances. She is showing me waiting tables for a while. And then she is showing me going from waiting tables to she did work in an office, but she shows me she was filing things. So she's probably more of a secretarial type job. And she did stay in that job for a long time. She also smoked most of her life. She is making me feel like she had that, you know, that raspy hoarse voice that longtime smokers get. She's showing me that she had that. And she kind of had the look of a smoker. You know, not everyone. So if you're smoking out there, I'm not saying that this is absolutely going to be you, but sometimes you can tell people smoke just from looking at them. Just the quality of their skin is a little bit different. All right. Your Aunt Loretta. Very good. I heard the name Loretta. Very good, Miss Sandy. Are you claiming this as your Aunt Loretta, or are you asking her? What's that?
200.
I don't know. Oh, I think that she can. Miss Sandy, I'm going to ask you to go live. I'm not sure what the bottom is, but maybe it's 250 or something, because they let me ask her. I don't know.
So far, sure.
I feel like saying that. I don't know how to say the Jeopardy. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
This is my first time ever going live, so I hope I did it right.
You did it perfectly. You did a good job. I was so excited the other day. Used to have to have 1,000 people, and someone on one of my lives said, "No, I can go live. They changed the rules." So I was excited.
Oh,
It's so
good,
fun to
good.
have the immediate interaction with someone when you're reading them. Okay, so I thought this
Yeah,
lady did. First thing I want to tell you, for a spirit to step up, and the first thing I heard was Loretta. She has a lot of energy, very strong energy. Did you know her well here on Earth?
yes. I did when I was younger, but the funny thing is that she passed away, oh, a few years ago, but I was just talking to her daughter via message just now. But that's not who I was asking to come through. I would have never thought that she would have came through. And she divorced my uncle very young, like when I was very young, back in the 80s. So
Hmm.
at that time, it really, so the
Yeah,
divorce thing, when you said that.
yes.
So yeah, but
I
she was
got
a heavy
chills.
smoker.
I got chills when you said that. Now, I also, just because I know my readings, the reason I asked if you knew her well, because, and just for everyone watching this, and it's not all mediums, I just know my readings well enough to know if the first thing I get is a full blown name like that, I know that the person, you either didn't know them well or you're not thinking much about them. Because
Exactly.
usually spirits give me a ton of personality because it's easy to get me personalities because I love people's
Oh,
personalities. So it's easy for them to get that to me. Um, and so the second she said her name, I was like, oh, somebody must not know her really well because it came so clear.
I
And
love that she did that
yeah, because
because I may have not
otherwise,
have come through,
yeah, otherwise you might
and
not would have
said
clicked.
anything. Yes.
And also, I want to think it's not a coincidence that she came up as you're messaging her daughter, who you haven't talked to in a while.
Yes. Yes.
um, she
But her and I
is.
were close when I was young. I just, once they got divorced because my uncle was my dad's brother. So
Right.
she just kind of like was there, but wasn't. So,
Oh, absolutely. No. She is. She is saying, "I am not offended, honey," like that, just like that.
mm,
I am not
I
offended.
loved her so much. Yes.
I love her too because this lady was not caring what people thought before it was popular. Now that's kind of a thing. We talk about it, but she didn't care long before it was popular. Now,
Yes.
she's talking about her daughter. Did she just have the one daughter?
She had, let's see, we have a huge family.
Mhm. She had a message
Yes.
for her daughter, and I assumed it was a daughter you were
Yes.
talking to.
Yes.
Now, do you know, has this daughter mentioned to you something has happened that has made her mother's passing fresh in her mind again? Do you know what that is?
She's going through a lot.
Okay.
She is really just going through it right now. So I think that she's just calling on her even more, needing her.
Absolutely. That makes sense because it's one of
Yes.
those times I can hear her just saying, "Oh, mama, I just need to talk to you. I just need to
Yes.
talk to you."
Yes. Yes.
Okay, if you can let her know. Okay, for one thing, she's showing me a lot of information. She's so excited for one thing. Um, does her daughter have a tattoo in her honor?
Yes.
Okay, very good. She's acknowledging the tattoo.
Oh,
And was very pleased that someone would get a tattoo in her honor.
oh,
She's doing this, my sign for mind blown. She's mind blown over that.
oh. And I actually, the only tattoo I have is for, my mom and her were best friends, and it's the only tattoo I have is for my mom.
Wow. And your mom's in spirit?
Yes.
All right. Well, hang tight. Let me finish her real quick and we'll see if we can get your mom.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so this lady is telling me to tell her daughter that she is the one who has sent her the birds. And I was trying to get her to nail down to one bird specifically, and she wouldn't do
Hmm.
it. She just kept showing me
Okay.
tons of
That
birds
sounds like
coming
her.
up my window. So let her daughter know that
Mm.
she sends her all the birds. And I don't know if you heard me talking. It's the same as though I said for the butterfly earlier. It can't be down the street and around the corner. It has to be a bird that is doing something different, coming up to your window,
Yes.
sitting on your car, something like that.
Yes.
Also, is her daughter going through a relationship breakup?
Actually, her daughter's husband was arrested, and now he's got a lot of time that he has to do. And so they were already not getting along, but at the time, like, she's just as distraught about it.
I imagine. Hmm.
So, yes.
Yes. I'm not going to use the same words that she's using because we're on a live and I'm really not sure what words I'm allowed to use on TikTok. But just know that
Okay.
she's making what I'm telling you a lot more colorful. She is saying, let that blankety blank
Yes.
man go.
hmm Oh my gosh, that sounds just like her.
Except she wouldn't say blankety blank. She would
You're
actually,
exactly right. Yes, that's
um,
her for sure.
you know, and I know that her daughter is afraid to be alone, afraid of a lot of things, but her daughter doesn't realize what a drain that man was being on
Yes.
her. And once she's free and has cut those energetic ties, she's going to feel a lot better. It's going to take her a
Yeah,
while. I
that's
mean,
so good.
we grieve relationships even if we know they have to end.
Yes,
But
yes.
she will feel better once it's over and done with. Okay. Okay, this next lady coming around Loretta, when she stepped up, I heard a B name around her, like Barb or Barbara. Was there someone around your mom with that name?
Around my mom or
Mhm.
around my aunt?
Around your mom, because I
I
pushed your aunt to the side. I was like, make
Oh,
it quick. We
I,
gotta.
oh, sorry, sorry.
No,
And
no.
she
I
probably
was
wasn't having that, was she?
well. She was actually very nice about it because I was like, okay,
Okay.
where's her mom?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
this lady stepped around her, and the second this lady approached me, I heard a name like Barb or Barbara, but I don't feel like it was this
My
lady's name,
my my twin sister's name is Brandy. I
Brandy.
don't know. That would be about the closest.
Okay, very good. Is Brandy has Brandy been stumbling lately with life?
Yes, very much so. That's the whole reason I'm on here today,
Oh, very
is
good.
because her husband.
Okay, so real quick for those of watching, I sometimes usually when you come to me one-on-one reading, I don't move through it this fast. I make the spirit give me a lot of more evidence before we roll into it. This spirit just decided to cut to the chase because she knew I was going to not give her much time because it's a lie. And so
Right.
she's like, I knew it was about this B person. Okay, so Brandy is leaving her husband. What's she doing?
No, no, her husband's missing for 5 months now.
Oh, I'm so
And
what?
so that's why I was on here, and he was my best friend. So I was trying to connect with him because I believed he's passed. And my parents have both passed, so I just
Okay. Okay. Um, I was not expecting
I
that,
know.
Sandy.
Sorry,
No, no,
sorry.
no, no. I was just like, okay, where are we taking this? Did he leave in a car? Is his car also missing?
His car is not, and that's what was there was 5 cars not missing, and then he just vanished. So we believe that he was murdered.
Because I'm seeing a car. Did he get in someone's car?
We don't know yet, but that's a question that I have.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you now that you can't confirm any of this, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting,
Okay,
and then
okay.
we will.
See
Well,
from
like I
there.
said, yeah. I am okay. He knew the person. I'm hearing
Yes.
he knew. Okay, and he got in a car, and I'm hearing he was jumped. There was more than one person involved.
That is exactly what I've heard.
Okay, and I'm hearing he didn't realize they were going to jump him because he wouldn't have gotten in the car if he had known it.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was
This is I'm only confirming this because I've spoke to like 4 other mediums and they've said the same thing. But no one has told me the person or the description of the car.
okay. Hold on, hold on. I'm hearing this car is loud.
Okay.
Is it a messed up muffler? No, it's the muffler
Yes.
itself. The muffler is not messed up. It's a muffler that is just loud. Okay, so now let's break this car down. Is it 2-door? No, it's a 4-door car?
Florida.
Yeah, it's a 4-door car.
Okay. You're confirming everything of what I think
Okay. And
personally.
I was like, and the reason I'm confused is because usually 4-door cars don't have a loud muffler like this, but I'm hearing a loud muffler. Okay,
hmm
is this car, it's not red. Is it black? Nope. Is it beige? I'm feeling the car is a lighter color. Don't hang your hat on that, but I'm
Yes.
feeling it's a lighter color.
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay, very good.
That I think. I really feel that it's this certain person, but I don't want to
Does this
tell you
person have
yet.
an A name?
What is it? I'm sorry.
A name, an A name.
No.
Okay, hold on. Is it the person she's thinking? There's more than one person involved. Like who you think is
Yes.
involved. And that must
I
be whose
feel like,
car. Is that whose car
yeah,
I just described?
yes, but I feel like the person set him up. I don't feel like the person is responsible for his passing, but took him to the passing, like took him to the people. There was definitely more than,
Okay, hold on. Okay, so now was the person that I just described the card, is he responsible for your, no, you're right. I'm not getting that he's responsible. Okay,
yeah,
hold on. And I'm seeing they took him to a wooded place, like out in the woods.
yes.
Did you already know that or you just assumed it?
No, no, that's just what I've been told and different rumors and things.
Okay. I'm still hearing this A name. So if it's not the person who owned the
Okay.
car, I feel like there is someone else involved that has this A name. And I'm seeing that there was 3 people involved. Oh, did I lose her? All right.
Looks like it.
Well, looks like I just lost her. So, all right. All right. So now, yes, I was giving a lot of information about a potential crime that was committed. I will only do that if you are related and have a stake in that crime. Like this person that I was just describing was related to her. So it is, legit that I read it. Don't ask me or anyone else to, well, that's a cliffhanger. I know, right, Aunt B? Right? Don't ask me questions about crimes that you're not involved in because it's not ethical for me to tap those. All right. That was kind of interesting. Yes, that is just a day in my life, though. All right. Oh, let's do some, I see y'all asking me some questions. Let's do some psychic. Y'all want to help me do some psychic? All right. So now psychic information comes to you just like mediumship, just on a different energetic plane. So make sure if you're claircognizant, clear knowing, it's going to just come to you. You might get a picture. If you're clairvoyant, you'll hear the answer. If you're clairaudient, you'll feel it. If you're clairsentient. And if you're really good, the spirits will use more, they'll use a couple of your clairs at the same time. All right, okay. Let's see here. Please ask some more specific questions. If you come to me for a one-on-one reading, absolutely, you can be as general as you want and we'll dig deep. But on a live, like what am I supposed to be doing? Someone asked, is just too general. Those, yes, I'll do those all day long on one-on-one readings. If you want a reading with me, please go to Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. That's the only place those can be booked. I will never ask you to Venmo me. I will never direct message you. I do also have a intro to mediumship class coming up. It starts beginning of February. So if you're interested in learning how to really work your clairs and how I get this information and how you decipher it for yourself, then register for the class. I offer several classes throughout the year, so I keep them very small to make sure that we can really dig deep and we can help each person individually. All right, Amanda wants to know, will I conceive soon? Will I conceive soon? So Amanda wants to know if she's going to get pregnant soon.
You forgot to tell everybody.
Oh, I am sorry. Y'all are supposed to be answering. Like Hope knows. Sissy knows. Y'all been with me a while. Hope is saying yes. Sissy is saying within 3 months. I was also feeling that you're going to get pregnant soon. And I would say, even if Sissy's correct within 3 months, that's pretty soon when you're trying to have a baby. So yes, we are hearing that. Okay, now Lynn is wanting to know, should I move or stay where she is? Okay, so what are y'all getting for Lynn? Should she move or should she stay where she is? What are y'all getting for that? Miss Lynn wants to know. Stay. Sissy and Hope are on it today. Trista's also saying stay. I am also hearing stay. Everyone is saying that. Usually there is some outliers to that, but everyone is saying stay where you are. Now, what I'm hearing is that it's just not financially a good choice to make right now. You don't have to stay where you are forever, but definitely don't move anytime soon. I lost the name, but I saw the question. Someone asked, is her husband upset with her for the decisions she made before he passed? I'm just going to answer that real quick because your loved ones are never upset. Once you pass, you go to a vibration where there's just beautiful, infinite, unconditional love. And everything makes sense. Like things that you couldn't see how they fit into your life or why they happened the way they did, they make sense. So your husband is absolutely not upset with you. You're welcome, Mandy. Someone asked, I lost the name again. She wanted to know if going into the Navy, oh, here it is. Leslie, is it a good decision for my niece to go into the Navy? Can we go into a different branch of the service? Okay. Is it the right? Yes. Hope is saying yes. Lynn is saying yes. I was also getting one person is saying no, everyone else is saying yes. I was also getting a yes. Now, this is where also we talk about intro to mediumship, like your ego. My ego was like, do not go into the Navy as a woman. Probably because I know so many women who have been in the Navy who have been not treated well by their fellow men that they serve with, if you are getting my drift. But when I put that to the side, Spirit was saying yes. Spirit was saying yes. That was absolutely me who was like, no, don't do it. Spirit was saying yes. Okay. Jen wants to know, is my upcoming GI appointment going to uncover something unpleasant? Jen is asking, is my upcoming GI appointment going to uncover something unpleasant? Nope. Hope is saying nope. Hope was on it. I'm also getting no. Mindful Mosaic is also saying no. Rosie is saying yes. Most everyone else is saying no. I do not feel like it's going to uncover anything unpleasant at all. Okay. Annette wants to know, did I get a visitation from my late husband? I'm getting that you did, and I'm also hearing that you see him a lot. Now, when you see spirits, it will be something out of the corner of your eye, and you turn and look and there's nothing there. Also, I want to drop in a little bit of how spirits work and how spirit sends us synchronicities. I don't know, for those of you who have been following me for a long time, y'all will know that I used to have a Great Dane. She's right there. There's a sketch of her. Her name was Laveau. Y'all could hear her snoring in the background of my lives and things. She passed young from kidney disease. We don't have a dog. And I love dogs, but I'm kind of enjoying not having a dog because we travel a lot. And though I loved Laveau, she was very expensive and she was a mess, like hair, slobber. I loved her though. I'd take her back in a heartbeat. So it's kind of nice not have a dog. I've been thinking a little bit about getting one. And every time I think about it, I was like, no, I've been traveling too much. Well, my husband got me a necklace that had Laveau's picture on it. And I had to wear it the other day. I was digging it out. I wore it. Again, why did I feel the need to wear that necklace? It means that she's around me a lot. Then I hung the necklace up on a hook. It was on a hook. I come out a little of the bathroom later. The necklace is on the floor. I didn't think anything about it at that time because I thought, oh, well, maybe when I went to hang it on the hook, I missed the hook and dropped it. I put this necklace back on the hook and even pulled on the necklace to make sure it was firm. It was. And then I, again, go back in the bedroom later. The necklace is on the floor again. Okay, so I was telling my moderator this story, aka my husband, and he laughed and said he'd been in the kitchen doing some things, and he was looking this way, and out of the corner of his eye, he said, I could have sworn I saw Laveau walk into the front door, because we live in it's a ranch, but it has a walkout basement, and you have to go to the basement to get to the backyard. So we would just let her out front sometimes, and she'd go to the front door. So those are the synchronicities, and that's how spirit get. Now, is she telling me I need to get a dog? No. When I feel into it, what I'm getting is a heads up. It's almost time. And that's what I hear. It's almost time. And I tell you, I'm going to get this next dog the same way I got Laveau, was a little bit begrudgingly, because I wasn't sure I wanted a dog, and I love that dog more than life itself. And that's probably what's going to happen again. I'm going to end up like I do with most of my dogs. Before I will go and kennel my dogs, I do a tour. I interview the people who own the kennel. Do all the things. Oh, you lost your dog on December 18th to kidney disease also. I know, it's so terrible. There's nothing that can be done. Okay, Heather, what caused the accident that killed my daughter? They said the other driver fell asleep. Okay, so Heather lost her daughter, and for one thing, Heather, I am extremely sorry for your loss. There is no loss like that of a child. Y'all, the question for y'all is, did the other driver fall asleep? Did the other driver fall asleep? Someone's saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm also feeling that the other driver fell asleep. Now let's dig into it a little bit deeper. Okay, I'm like, yeah, he fell asleep. Was he tired, or were there some substances involved? Okay, so this is how you do readings whenever you are reading someone. Oh, someone's already said I'm getting alcohol. Substance. I'm also getting substances. Now, this is whenever you are digging into it more. So this is how I follow that energetic vibration. I'm feeling substances. Okay. Am I feeling alcohol, or am I feeling something else? I know that some people are saying alcohol. I'm actually feeling something else. Did the person have a drink? Oh no, the person did have a drink, but that was not the issue. The issue was the combination of the drink, and I need to pop a pill. This person's making me want to pop a pill. So it was the combination of those two that made them fall asleep. Did they do a drug test on that person that they said they fell asleep? Did they do a drug test on them? I'm just curious. Yes, oh my gosh, we just thought the same thing. Okay, very good. So a lot of people were getting the same thing I was. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining my live today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go hang with my moderator for a little while. If anyone wants to make a one-on-one appointment only on my website, please do not Venmo anyone any money. I will not direct message you. Yes, I do know there are people out there scamming. I'm sorry. They're just jerks trying to get on people who are at some of their lowest points. It just makes me sick, but there's nothing you can do about it. All right. I want to thank y'all. And I will be live again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here. Thank you.